Awakening with Brahma Kumaris. Namaskar. Welcome to Awakening with Brahma Kumaris. You're watching Healer Within. Welcome, sister.
Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Last time we were speaking about forgiveness. It reminds me about more than 20 years, I think now. I'd gone to a temple with my family, and Vivek was a kid, a small child, my son. And he was doing this and kind of sitting down, up like a punishment. I just suddenly saw him doing, I said, we never do this, why are you doing? Because that uncle is doing. How much people do for forgiveness?
We need to first understand the meaning of forgiveness, especially when it is connected between God and me. Because since very, very long we have been hearing, God will forgive you for your sins. And we've used a lot of methods for forgiveness for our sins. And every religion has taught this, that whatever sins you have committed, confess your sin and plead for forgiveness, and God will forgive you for your sin. Let's say if you take it in the court of law, within the social judiciary system, if we say the law forgives you,
The judge will forgive you.
the judge will forgive you, the law forgives you, it means that whatever sin you have committed or whatever crime you have committed, you will not face the repercussion of that. Which means this was the crime, this was the consequence, but the consequence has been withdrawn. This is forgiveness. Now we were looking at a similar thing even in that court. We thought, he's the judge, he writes my destiny based on my karma. So each of us knows that we have committed certain wrong acts. So he's my loving father also, but we also thought he's the judge. So after our acts, we pleaded for forgiveness. It was a very genuine intention, a realization that I have made a mistake, and a deep desire that I will not do it again. So a promise of that also, that I will not do it again. And so I said, oh God, please forgive me. We thought, when we say, oh God, please forgive me, and we have heard that God forgives anyone who does it with a pure intention, we thought it meant the consequences of what we had done will not come to me, because forgiveness means that. But now we understand on a spiritual perspective that everything that is happening to us is not decided by Him. He is not the judge. This I need to understand. He is not the judge who is deciding the consequences of what I have done. He is not the judge who is writing that for this sin, I'm going to get this punishment. For this good act, I'm going to get this blessing. He's not writing that. And so any amount of pleading to Him that let that consequence not come is not going to stop that consequence from coming. Which means, what is the meaning of God, please forgive me? One, I have committed a mistake, a crime or sin. So God is my parent. When I ask my parent for forgiveness, I'm actually asking for love and support, which I will now take, empower myself, and use that energy to face the consequences of what is going to come to me. It's like a parent who's guiding a child. Suppose a child has to go to school tomorrow morning. The parent will tell the child, do your homework. So what can the parent do? Give good advice, that is knowledge. Teach the child. Give love and support to the child in doing the homework. This is all that a parent can do. The parent cannot do the homework for the child. It gives knowledge, love, support. Now it's up to the child whether to do the homework or not to do the homework. Suppose the child chooses not to do the homework, and tomorrow morning when he goes to school, he's going to face the consequences of his karma, and which means the teacher will punish. When the teacher punishes, the parent cannot intervene. The teacher will say your role was till last night to get the homework done and sent to the child. Now the child will be punished. Once the child gets the punishment, how much ever the child begs to the parent that please forgive me, parent cannot do anything. But what can the parent do at that time? The parent can continue loving and supporting the child and give the child the knowledge how to face that punishment. That's the role of the parent. Similarly with God, what does God do? God gives us the knowledge of right karma. Do this, don't do this, don't do this. Knowledge of right karma. Love and support to do the right karma. That's where his role stops. Knowledge.
Love, support, and strength.
Knowledge. Main thing is knowledge. What is right karma? So knowledge, love and support. Once we get that from him, now it's our choice which karma to do. If I do the right karma, I'm getting good consequences of that. If somewhere I've done a wrong karma, that consequence is going to come. No one, absolutely no one, can intervene in between and stop that energy from returning. We are saying, I sent out this energy, and now when this energy is on the return, I say to God, please forgive me and stop this energy from coming. It's not going to happen.
It's just like if you burn your fingers and go to a doctor, he can just take care with the application. Absolutely. And he can tell, don't do this again. And again we go, put our hand there, again burn our fingers. Again we tell the doctor, please forgive me. How can he forgive you? He can just give you, help you. He can just tell you not to do it again.
Absolutely.
See, you've seen how it burns. I can't stop the pain.
Cannot stop the pain. Cannot block the consequences.
But he can give you medicine and advice.
Right. Cannot even change the consequences. That, okay, if my consequences was this big, at least just make it half of that. No. Consequences is going to come.
But sister, I have a kind of an experience in this. Consequences cannot become half of it. But the moment you accept it, yes, this is my fault, I have done it, okay, let me bear the pain. So automatically the pain reduces.
So who does that then?
The healer.
Who did it? I. Which means what? When the consequences was coming back, your response now to the consequences is a more powerful one. So when your response to the consequences is a more powerful one, you're able to face it in a better way, in a lighter way. And so the punishment or whatever the consequences doesn't seem as big as it actually was, because the one who's facing it has become stronger by taking the knowledge and the power from the Supreme Being. But the consequences is just exactly what it was supposed to be. That's not become smaller. You've become bigger.
Yeah.
You've become stronger. Consequences is the same. See, this we need to understand. There's a difference. It's not that the consequence is reduced. I became stronger. So it seemed smaller. Now, how did I get this strength? Because I was getting the love and the unconditional support and the knowledge from God, and that helped me to face the consequences. This is forgiveness. When anyone says, please forgive me, and this is between a soul and a soul, and also between a soul and a supreme soul. Suppose I've made a mistake, and I know I've made a mistake, I've done something wrong to you, and I say, I'm sorry, please forgive me. It just means, please do not hold my mistake on your mind and change what you feel for me. Please continue giving me your love, support, and acceptance as it was. When you continue doing that, you have forgiven me. Your role you have played. You have forgiven me. But that doesn't mean that what karma I did, I will not get the consequences of that. So forgiveness has to be understood in the right perspective. It just means clean your mind for the person who's made the mistake. So we need to understand this. God does not judge our life. God does not punish us, because today we're doing a lot of things in the name of purification. Purification. I have to purify myself. I have to wash my sins. So what all we are doing in the name of purification, if you say physically, We are doing a lot in the name of purification, in the name of religion, things which are physically doing something to my body. Like someone could climb thousands of steps barefoot. Someone would go for a dip in the holy water. Someone would walk on fire. Everything is being done in the name of purification and forgiveness for the punishment of my sins.
We are punishing ourselves and asking for forgiveness and telling God not to punish. Right. I can't understand this.
Absolutely.
I'm beating myself. I'm walking barefoot on.
I'm walking on fire sometimes.
And then I'm telling God not to give me punishment when.
This is what we have to see. We thought He has to forgive us, and the way for Him to forgive me is if I get this punishment. Like we were trying to please Him by doing different rituals. I have to appease God. I have to please Him. If He will be happy, everything will be fine. Similarly, what about all the mistakes that I have made? I have to punish myself in the name of purification, in the name of religion. And then the consequences of my karma will be diluted and it will not come back to me. Here we need to understand who is the one who did the karma. Even if we are talking about purification, who is the one who did the karma? I. And who's that I? I here. I here.
The soul.
I, the soul,
with
did
this body.
With this body. So I, the soul, did the karma. The impression of that negative karma has come here. If I have to purify, yes, I need to purify. But who do I have to purify? I have to purify here. Where am I doing the purification? I'm doing it all physical. I will not eat for the next so many days. Okay, very good, don't eat, but that's going to be purification of the body. It's a nice detoxification of the body, very healthy. I needed to do purification here. I will walk barefoot for thousands of steps. I will torture my body, abuse my body. This is not purification. Purification is here. Why were rituals made? Rituals were made so that while we are doing that ritual, automatically the mind will get connected to the Supreme Power, because we will remember that I'm doing this ritual to connect to Him. But today, over a period of time, the rituals have only become a ritual. And when I say I have to be fasting, so fasting means what? I have to fast means I have to withdraw or fast from my negative sanskars. We only said fasting of food. And so 1 day, 2 days, or sometimes more, 9 days or more than that, we are not eating. But is it purifying my sanskars?
No.
I am going for a dip in the holy water. So I go there, dip, and out. Okay, it's pure water, it's holy water, it's high energy vibration. So I dip and I come out. But who dips? The body dips and comes out. So even if I say purification happened, purification of what? Of the body. Who dipped?
But sister, here, it can also work psychologically, thinking, or okay, I'll dip in the water. And the mind also works, okay, he's taken a dip. And again, he'll say, God, please forgive me. I won't do this next time. So all this is kind of counseling your own self, isn't it?
Yeah, which means that, what did we say? We'll go there for forgiveness. So I go, I dip, I come out, and I say, God, please forgive me. Forgiveness means that I will not do that again. Yeah. Because the earlier act, consequences is going to come. So I can't stop
Even
that.
Sorry means the same thing.
Sorry means the same thing. Which means I have to do something so that that karma is not going to get repeated. If I have hit once, consequences of that is going to come. Now I only have to take care that I don't do it another time. That is purification. Which means let me do something so that I do not repeat that mistake. Now repeat that mistake means let me do something so that that sanskar doesn't come out into action again. Which means I have to do purification of the sanskar. Of that sanskar. It's not even of the mind. It's purification of that sanskar. Unless that sanskar gets deleted from here. Let's say I got angry today. I shouted at somebody very badly. The person got hurt and everything got turbulent. And then I go dip into the holy water out and I say, forgive me for that mistake that I made yesterday. Has it happened? No. My body dipped in that, it will come out, feel much better. I create a thought that yes, I'm sorry for what I did yesterday and I'm out. What I did yesterday, I'm still going to get the consequence of that. But have I done anything so that I do not shout again? Have I done anything so that I do not cheat again? Have I done anything so that I do not hurt people again? No, I went for that pilgrimage. I went to confess my sins with the same sanskars and I come back with the same sanskars. And when I come back with the same sanskars, I'm doing the same things all over again. Next year I will go again. And so very soon it becomes an annual event. An annual intention is very nice. See, again, all our things that we are doing, the intention is very pure, that I really want to go once in a year and clean myself. But I need to understand, one, the cleaning cannot happen once in a year. It's not do everything the whole year and then go once in a year.
Actually, we're not even clear what cleaning, why cleaning, and where to clean, what's happening. We're just going because others are going.
Others are going.
And please forgive me, which sin?
Very good. It is clean my sanskar.
Which sin did I do? I have to be particularly clear so that...
No, you know what? We feel that yes, knowingly, unknowingly, intentionally, unintentionally, I have made little mistakes in the whole year. Maybe I hurt somebody.
And unintentionally, okay, whatever in a package deal, you forgive me, and then I come back every year again.
Very good.
So that means every time it's become a kind of an excuse.
A habit.
Okay, or do what you want, and once in a year say sorry to everybody. These days, people just write SMS to all the friends and people in the world.
Right.
All the contacts. Just a SMS written once, same copy, forward copy, and paste. So I'm sorry if I've done anything to you this year, and please forgive me. That's it. And again, the whole year they'll do it.
Absolutely.
And again, they say sorry. What's the point?
This is it. What's the point?
And when you said hating yourself, it's already a bad karma.
Right.
And it's going to pain.
Right.
And again, hating myself for hating myself.
Absolutely. Fantastic. Yeah.
Hitting myself
myself
again.
for hitting myself.
Okay,
Yeah.
why did I hit you again? Why did I hit you again? So where is the,
Exactly. Very nice. If I have committed a sin, small or big, it requires healing. But if I punish myself, even today in the court of law, the focus that we're trying to bring in the judiciary system is reformation, transformation, not just punishment.
And not even suicide. Suicide is also a sin.
Absolutely.
So this is suicidal.
Right.
I hate my son, I cannot forgive myself, now go on hitting myself.
And what will happen by that? If suppose I have done something wrong to you, today I cheated you. And now I go and climb 1,000 steps barefoot. So, will it neutralize my karma? Will I not get the consequences of what I have done? I cheat you, I cheat this one, I lie to this one, I hurt this one, and then once in a year, I go and climb barefoot 1,000 steps. And as I'm climbing, it's a very pure intention. Internally, I'm saying, God, please forgive me. I did this. Next time I will not do it. And I climb 1,000 steps, come down, and I think it's all over. Neutralized. And when I go back, I'm still the same. So one, we need to understand the purification is not of the body. The body did not commit the karma. It's like they say this hand. If I use this hand, pick a knife, I can do anything with the knife. Either I can chop vegetables or I can kill someone. Is the knife to blame? No. So keep it aside. Is the hand to blame?
No.
No. Keep it aside. So whose karma was it? Not the knife?
Not the hand.
Not the hand, which means not the body. Whose karma was it?
Mine.
My karma. So who's going to get the consequences? I.
The
so
soul.
Who has to be purified? I. And purification of what? Sanskar. I have to clean that sanskar so that it does not come out into action again. That is purification. Not even that, okay, I do something so that, okay, I say sorry and it will not happen. The sanskar should not come out into action again. Then it's forgiveness. And who has done that forgiveness? I forgive myself. I will have to do that for myself.
It's very interesting, sister. I do something wrong with you, say something bad to you, and say sorry to God.
Beautiful.
You know,
Yes.
instead, the same energy, same strength, I can use and say, sorry, sister.
And absolutely,
I will not
even
do it
if you
again.
go and say sorry to God, this karma is not going to change.
Yeah.
So what do? We, very nice, we do the
And-
karma with the souls and go and ask God for forgiveness. We need to connect to God and take the strength so that we go back to the same souls with whom we have created a negative karma, and then one, ask for forgiveness, which means ask them not to keep it on their mind, and second, take care that I do not create the same karma all over again, then they will forgive me. But this is really nice. Commit the mistake with all the souls, not have the courage to ask them for forgiveness, not have the courage to change the sanskar, and only bow down with all humility in front of that supreme power and ask for forgiveness. And ready to do anything for forgiveness, ready to do anything to the body for forgiveness. We really today, we need to wake up. This is another awakening that's needed. We going to extremes to abuse the body. And we're actually probably creating another karma with the body. How much I'm abusing my body in the name of forgiveness and
we
punishment.
call it God's gift.
Yes. I was just thinking, just think about it. Which parent will like it if their child abuses their body? If your child makes a mistake with you, would you be happy if that child climbs up 1,000 steps in the name of forgiveness? And his feet are bleeding and he's got blisters at the base of his foot and he's not eating.
He's giving me more pain.
It's giving you more pain. But definitely you're not going to be happy by it. How can God be happy? Of course, we cannot give God pain, but how will God be happy if we're giving pain to the body? Today, if a child says, I'm not going to eat, the parent gets concerned. The parent will run after the child with food and say, please eat a little bit. And we say, to please God, I'm not going to eat for the next so many days.
But sister, this is also an indirect way of cleansing. And maybe people didn't understand once upon a time. So if parents must be saying don't eat non-vegetarian, or probably, even in Mumbai where I stay, there are a particular time they say, no, it is not the right time to eat fish now. They have a reason behind it.
Now,
They
if
have a
for
reason
those few days I do walk on the path of purification, even if it is physical, that I don't eat non-vegetarian food, I don't consume alcohol, I don't smoke, I take care of all these things. And then what about the mind? The mind is waiting for those 9 days to get over, which means I haven't purified here. And then after those 9 days or 1 month is over, I'm going to consume it again. So where's the purification? If I understand that this particular thing is not good for me and it's leading to any kind of impurity, then does it have to be for those few days?
At least you know that you have the strength to stop it for those days. So that means you have that power.
You have the strength to stop it, then it has to go from here. People literally wait for 12 o'clock on that last date to have it. And even while they withdraw from it for those few days, they will keep on complaining, oh, you can't eat in these days, you're not to have it for these few days. It's being done more like a forceful thing, and that too with the fear. What's the intention behind it? Fear, because if I have it, God will get angry and things will go wrong. So
God
just to
will
keep him
punish
happy.
you.
Yes. So just to keep him happy, I will not eat this for the next few days because that's what they've told me. That God has said not to eat this. So to make him happy, don't eat this for the next few days. But the mind is still with that. In fact, the more we withdraw ourselves forcefully from anything, the mind goes towards it even more. And actually, it's in my karma because my mind is constantly with that alcohol or the cigarette or the non-veg because I'm forcefully withdrawing it. Forceful withdrawal because of fear. will not help me to create the right karma, leave alone purification. It's not creating any purification. So even if we leave it for a few days, we need to know, why are we leaving it? Why are we not having it? I'm doing it to build my willpower. Like you said, at least I'll know I'm strong. Then do it with that intention. I'm doing this to build my willpower. Like sometimes we say, for the next 1 month, I won't have this.
Test my willpower.
My willpower. So then it's
and
okay.
Also, I'll never think of it.
Absolutely. So that has to be, the intention of the karma has to be right. Why am I doing this karma? I'm doing this to strengthen myself. Next 1 month, I will not consume this. Very good. It will give you the right result. But I'm doing it to please him.
The base is fear.
Yes. Fear will not give you the right result. What is the intention behind the karma? I need to be very clear. Because I'm doing it to please him. If I don't do it, he won't be happy and then things will go wrong. The whole purpose of doing it doesn't get solved. The intention is not right. Return energy will not be right.
I love this word intention, sister. Let's have a short meditation on this. Intention should be right, which is more important.
Sit back and take a minute. I, the soul, have been on a long journey. In every life, I have interacted with different souls and performed karma in every interaction. There have been times when I have performed a karma which has caused pain or hurt to another soul and thereby created a negative karmic account. Today, I, the soul, realize that I need to purify myself, clean myself. I immerse those souls before me and ask them for forgiveness. An act of mine has caused them pain. I ask them to forgive me and not hold that pain and hurt on their mind. And I create a determined thought, a firm resolve that from today I will create a new sanskar. The sanskar which created this negative karmic account needs to leave. I'm going to choose a new way of living, a new way of being. I am on this journey of self-purification. Om Shanti.
God does not punish us for our sins. Whatever happens is only a consequence of what we have done. God forgives us means He is non-judgmental about our mistakes. His love and acceptance is unconditional. God's role is to give us the knowledge of right karma and power to implement it. When situations come to us as a consequence of our past karmas, God gives us the knowledge and power to face it. Purification means transformation of the sanskar so that it does not come into action again.